Hello, pre-K. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Tomorrow is a very special day that we have been talking about. It's the 33rd day of the Omer, tomorrow. Anybody want to take a guess of what day that is? What that day is called? It is Lag BaOmer. Okay, now we already spoke a little bit about Lag BaOmer. I want to talk a little bit more about it with you today. But before that, I have a picture and a mitzvah note to show you that I'm so proud of. So you know how Mor Shuli has been showing you how to make your own Sadaqa Box? Well, Olivia made her own Sadaqa Box. And here it is. Do you see how that's her Sadaqa Box? And it says her name on it, and she decorated it so beautifully. I love it, Olivia. That is so creative. Keep the creativity coming. Me and Mor Shuli are so proud of you. Next, I have a mitzvah note from David. And it says, let me read it. Okay. It says, "Hi, Mor Gabby. I have a mitzvah note for David. He was so sweet. He ordered me a mug for Mother's Day. And he also shared with his brother." Two amazing mitzvot. You made your mom so happy for Mother's Day by buying her a gift. And you shared with your brother. That is so amazing. Right now, when we're home all day, sometimes it can get very hard to share all the time. And I'm so proud of you that you shared with your brother and you had nice midot. I want to get lots more Midah mitzvah notes from you, pre-K. Great job, David. Okay, now on to Lag BaOmer. So last week we spoke a little bit about Rebbi Akiva. Do you remember the song? Amar Rebbi Akiva, Amar Rebbi Akiva, ve'ahavta lereacha kamocha. Amar Rebbi Akiva, Amar Rebbi Akiva, ve'ahavta lereacha kamocha. Sheli, shelach, 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 sheli, shelach, 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 ze klal gadol batorah. What does that mean? What's mine is yours, I'll share with you. If you need me, I'll help you. This is the basis of our Torah, right? We learned, I'm going to quickly review, we learned that Rebbi Akiva was a simple man. He used to just take care of the sheep, and he married a girl named Rachel, and she said, "Akiva, I want you to go learn Torah." And he said, "I don't know the alphabet." And he was an older man. And she said, "So what? Go learn the alphabet." And he says, "But they learn the alphabet in pre-K, in first grade, in kindergarten. I can't go back there." She said, "Yes, you can. Go back, sit with the little kids, and learn the alphabet. Do whatever you can to learn Torah." So he did. And he was one of the best students. And he learned so much Torah that he became a teacher, he became a rabbi, and so many people came to learn from him. Okay? And he went from Akiva to Rebbi Akiva. Quickly, I'm going to go over. We learned that he taught his students ve'ahavta lereacha kamocha, to love each other like you love yourself. Have nice midot, just like David was sharing with his brother. Have nice midot, give tzedakah, just like Olivia made a Sadaqa Box. Be nice to each other, care about each other, not just about yourself. And they would listen. But all of a sudden there was a time, and it happened during the Omer, that Rebbi Akiva's students were not listening to him. They were not being nice to each other. They were fighting with each other, being mean. They did not have nice midot. And they started getting sick. And they were trying to make everybody feel better, but they couldn't. They didn't know what to do. And finally, on Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day of the Omer, Rebbi Akiva's students started feeling better, and they stopped fighting, and they started listening and having nice midot again. That is one reason why Lag BaOmer is so special, because it's a day where Rebbi Akiva's students started doing good and having nice midot. And we learn from Rebbi Akiva, ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, to love everybody else just like you love yourself. We treat everybody nicely. Another thing that happened on Lag BaOmer is we're going to learn about somebody called Rabbi Shimon Bar Yohai. He was actually one of Rebbi Akiva's students, and he loved learning Torah. And it happened that Romans, right, the Jewish people's enemies, Romans came to invade the land, and they weren't letting the Jews learn any Torah. So if you look in your Lag BaOmer packet, we're going to skip to this page. It shows a boy shooting a bow and arrow, right? You have to follow all the patterns until you hit the target. This one is straight, this one is squiggly, this one is twirly, this one is zigzag until you get there. What does a bow and arrow have to do with Lag BaOmer? Okay, so the Romans came and they didn't want to let any Jews learn Torah. If we catch you learning Torah, we're going to hurt you, we're going to kick you out of the land, you're going to get punished. And the Jewish people were saying, what do you mean? We're Jews, we learn Torah, we keep kosher, we do all the things Hashem tells us to do. So they would secretly learn Torah. And then they would go out and they would play with bow and arrows and different toys to show them, oh, we're just playing, we're not doing anything, we're not learning. But once the Romans would walk away, the security guards would walk away, they would quickly go back and learn Torah. And then when the guards would come back, they would start playing with their bows and arrows and showing them, oh, I'm not doing anything important. I'm just playing with nothing. I'm not learning Torah. And then once they would leave, they would quickly go back and they would learn Torah. And it happened that it got so bad that they really were not letting them learn. And there was someone by the name of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yohai who said, you know what? Nobody is going to stop me from learning Torah. I am going to. So what he did, he took his son and he ran away into a cave somewhere high up in a mountain. Okay? And he stayed there for many, many years. He ran away from the Romans. He said, I don't want the Romans to find me. He went high up in a mountain with his son and he stayed in that cave for many years and he learned Torah all day as long as he wanted. And nobody stopped him because nobody knew he was there. Now I have a question for you. He went up to a mountain, into a cave, with no food, no drink, nothing. And if there's nothing to eat and nothing to drink after a few days, what's going to happen? He was all by himself. There was no supermarkets nearby. There was nothing. Hashem made a miracle. You see in this picture, you can't see it here, but you see this is a stream of water, okay? And this is a carob tree. Hashem made a miracle that all of a sudden, a stream of water started pouring down the mountain right next to his cave, and a carob tree grew. So he had water to drink, water to bathe in and wash himself, and wash his hands in, and he had a tree with carob on it. What's carob? If you remember on Tu B'Shvat, we spoke about carob a little bit. It's like, it kind of looks, it's like in the shape of a banana, and it's something black and very, very, very hard. But when you break it on the inside, it's a little bit chewy. Looks and tastes a little bit like chocolate. The next page is all about what is carob. This is a better picture of what it is. Now carob, why did Hashem make a carob tree grow? He made a carob tree grow because carob contains, and it says this right over here, twice as much calcium as milk. It's also high in protein, potassium, phosphorus, with some iron and magnesium. Whoa, those are a lot of big words that you probably don't know what they mean. Those are all different kinds of vitamins that are good for your body to keep your body strong and healthy. So he did not need any food. He didn't need apples, oranges, he didn't need chicken, he didn't need gondi, he didn't need rice, he didn't need any of it. All he needed was carob, and that kept his body so healthy and strong. Wow, isn't Hashem amazing that he gave him the simplest things to keep him so strong and healthy? And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yohai stayed in that cave and he learned until the Romans were gone and they weren't bothering the Jews anymore. And then he came out with his son and he went back and continued to learn and teach Torah to all the Jews around him. So that was a miracle that happened on Lag BaOmer. Also, there are more pages in the booklets that you can do. These are mazes. Mazes are a little bit difficult, but a lot of fun. I want to see who can do it. Here is a picture of a rainbow. It says that Hashem showed Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai a rainbow, just like he showed Noach, that he's never, ever, ever going to ruin the world, right? It's a sign. And the last page. So if you're going to color this page, try to make it the colors of the rainbow, right? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Try to go in order, make it beautiful. And the last page is a matching page. You have to match the shadows to the pictures. Okay, so we reviewed quickly about Rebbi Akiva, and we learned about Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. And on Lag BaOmer, which is tomorrow, we have relay races with more arena. A lot of people like to play different games on Lag BaOmer and go out to a grassy area. If you have a lot of grass in your backyard, you can go play games in your backyard. And we play games to remind us of what the Jewish kids would do in order to save learning the Torah, right? They didn't want anybody to know they were learning the Torah. So they would go out and play games to hide and say, look, we're playing, we're not learning Torah. So we play games on Lag BaOmer. So Morina is going to play games with us tomorrow. And it's just a really fun and exciting and happy day. And don't forget, it's the 33rd day of the Omer, Lag BaOmer. If you have any questions about this story, you can always ask me or have your mommies ask me. Okay? Have a wonderful, wonderful day, freak.